Hello, my name is Aaron. My last video I did was a wrestling video that my friend Justin told me I should do, which was between Goldberg and Steve Austin. If you haven't watched that video, go up and watch it and hit that subscribe and hit that like. If you don't, that's fine, I'm just doing it for fun. So now, my next wrestling video, I'm going to be writing off the top of my head. See, last video, I just did a storyline off the top of my head. And that's something my buddy Justin has asked me a question about. He asked me, Aaron, how are you so good with just coming up with stuff off the top of your head? I told him, I said, I don't know. It might be something God gives me. It might be a God gift and talent to come up with an idea that quick. It didn't take me that long. I wanted to do it for a long time. He also asked me how do I do my voices. I do voices, I do a whole bunch of different characters, Gosh, I'm goofy and oh, how about the family? And he said, Aaron, how do you do that? I'm like, God just gave me the talent, And this video, I was gonna make a wrestling video. I was gonna do a match that I've wanted that was suggested to me by my friend Justin. And he was like, Aaron, think about this. What if the Joker was real and went to the World Wrestling Entertainment business? I said, wait a minute, he can't. I said, okay, there's a character like the Joker. He's got Joker makeup. He's crazy. And I said, so okay, who is he feuding with? And he said, well, Undertaker. I went, Joker and Undertaker. Okay, and no, I'm not gonna talk about that. There is something, I changed my mind. I'm not going to talk about that. I'm not going to make that match. I'll do that in a later video. But there's something else I want to talk about. If you don't know, I'm a Christian. I'm saved. I believe in God. I love God. I worship God every single day. And I've told my buddy Justin this a little while ago. And it's something I don't really like talking about because it scares me, but I'm going to talk about it because I want all of you people who don't think that hell is a real place. It's real. I've been there. So this video is not going to be a matchmaking video. This is going to be my experience. I'm going to tell you what I experienced when I was in hell. And I get goosebumps when I talk about it. So, alright. So one night, I'm home alone, just like I am today. And I think it was in October. I don't remember the exact day. I just remember it was in October. It was about like 12 o'clock at night. I was asleep in my bed. And I woke up. And my face was stuck to the ceiling. And I looked down and I saw my body. I was floating in the air. And this hole began to form. I'm wearing a Rick and Morty shirt. Don't worry about it. And this hole started forming the ground, and it started pulling me down this gigantic hole. And I was falling and falling and falling and falling. I was going down this long black tunnel. It was almost like a train tunnel. And I get goosebumps. I don't like talking about this, but I'm going to let all of you know. I'm letting all of you know this is what God wants me to do. This is why He sent me here, to let all of you know. So as I go down this long dark tunnel, I begin to hear god-awful screams. The most blood-curdling screams you've ever heard in your life. And they were screaming help and get me out, and the screams were getting louder and louder and louder. And I could feel the heat, and I could smell this ungodly smell. You ever drove past something on the side of the road and it's been dead for a couple of days? It's worse in hell. Take that and multiply it by about 600 million, and it's that much worse in hell. And finally I hit the ground like that. I felt like bones broke, but I looked down. I was perfectly fine. I stood up, and automatically I knew where I was, and it was dark. Now, and people say hell is dark. Yes, hell is dark, but I'm talking about you could feel the darkness. You could feel the darkness just surround you, like somebody took a wet blanket and just this darkness just consumes you. You feel darkness. You feel hate for you. And I didn't know that I was a Christian. See, God hid that fact from me. Jesus hid the fact that I was saved because he wanted me to feel the pain and the suffering that sinners feel. And I could feel the darkness. And I could see, but it was pitch black. You can't see the hand in front of your face, but you can see. And these demons came out, and they were angels. They were angels, but they were ugly and horrendous creatures. And they had long, sharp fingernails, and they began to grab me by my arms. And they grabbed me by my arm. One grabbed this arm, and the other grabbed the other arm, and they dug their nails into my hand, and they started pulling me, and I'm shouting, "No! Why am I here? Why am I here? Why am I here? Why am I here?" That's what's going through my mind. Why am I here? Why am I here? I know I'm saved. Why am I here? God hid that fact from me. He hid the fact that I was saved because he wanted me to experience. That's the love that he has for each and every one of you. And these demons were torturing me. They were pulling off my skin, and they pushed. And as they were pulling off my skin, I began to feel heat. And the fire rose up, and my skin was melting. But I looked down, and everything was fine. And then the demons were laughing at me. They were laughing at me, saying, stupid human. They were laughing at me, mocking God, saying God's abandoned you. Where's your God now? Mocking my God. Having the audacity to mock my God. Laughing that your God left you here. He's not going to come save you now, is he? And I looked, and there was all these people being tortured, and the screams were all around me, and the fire was getting hotter. And as I looked in front of me, there was somebody sitting in the throne. You know who that person was? That person was Lucifer, and he was just sitting there, and he was beautiful. Lucifer, people think that Lucifer has red skin, he's got horns, he's got a little spiny tail, and he walks around with a pitchfork. No, Lucifer is the most beautiful man you will ever see because he is the most perfect angel out of all of them. He was God's favorite angel, but he turned his back on God. That's why God cast him out of hell. I looked, and this bright light came down, and I said, "Jesus," and he said, "I am." And he pulled me up out of hell, and when I woke, and I landed in heaven, and I was in heaven. And Jesus said, "Take my hand." And I knew it was him because I could see the prints, the nail prints in his hands. I didn't see his face. All I saw was his mouth and his beard and his hair. His beard was perfect. His hair was perfect. Everything about him was perfect. I never saw his whole face. I just saw his mouth all the way down. And he walked me through heaven. And I had thoughts. And I asked Jesus, I said, "Why did you send me there, Father?" And he went, "Because I had to." He said, "Because your brothers and sisters don't think." He says, my people, our people don't think this place is real. Some of our own people who don't even believe there. They don't believe that this is a real place. I sent you there because I love you. And I love every single person that goes into hell. I don't want them to go to hell. I hate it. It hurts my heart to see my child go there. And I could feel the love that he had for us, even though we mess up, even though we sin, even though we live a sinful lifestyle, even though how many times we mess up, no matter how many times we sin, we are covered by the blood. People forget that. Yeah, they like to remember Jesus is a loving God and Jesus is a forgiving God, but also he is a wrathful God, because right after Jesus was crucified and died, what happened to the city of Rome? God destroyed it with an earthquake. God destroyed another city because of homosexuality. God is a wrathful and vengeful God, but he is loving and he is caring, and he can only give you so many chances. And I tell you now, I know I don't want to go back to hell, because I know it's a bad place, and I was only there for a couple of seconds, but it felt like I was there for years. But I felt the love and I felt the love that Jesus had for me, that for Jesus has for every single soul that goes to hell. He don't want nobody to go to hell. People want to blame Jesus. Why are you sending me to hell? Why are you sending me to this place? He's not sending you to hell. You're sending yourself to hell. And you need to understand that when you stand before him and he casts you into hell, you ain't going to stand there and say, why are you sending me there? He's going to say, I ain't sending you there. You are sending yourself there. You are going to send your place to an awful place, to a place of fire, to a place of eternal torment, to a place where you will be nothing more but tortured and tortured and tortured. No food, no water, no God to come save you. Nobody's going to come save you because you're in hell. He's going to give you chance after chance after chance. But guess what? If you don't take that chance, if you don't open the door to your heart, he's going to send you to a place called hell. And he's going to say, depart from me. Depart from me. And he's going to throw you into hell. And it's going to be all your fault because Jesus gives you chance after chance after chance because he loves all of us. He loves every single one of us. He don't want nobody to go to hell. Every soul that goes to hell, it hurts Jesus' heart to see one of his children that he loves, that he knows that can make it into heaven, that if they would choose to live a godly lifestyle, if they would choose to worship him, if they would choose just to believe in him and just trust in him, that they would be all right. People think, well, I'll be nice. People think, well, I'll be a good person. I'll help this old lady. I'll do this. I'll do that. I have all the money in the world. I can get into heaven. I'll wear a smile on my face and be nice to people. I'll get into heaven. No! You don't get a free pass into the gates of heaven. You don't get a free pass into paradise. If you think, honey, if you're going to get into heaven by saying, oh, I'm pretty, oh, I got nice cars, oh, I was nice to this person, I was nice to that person, that ain't going to get you into heaven. What's going to get you into heaven is believing in God and not having an ounce of hate in your heart, because Jesus doesn't believe in hate. He hates hate. He despises sin. And all the homosexuals and all the people who say God's not real, God's dead, well, look around you. Read the Bible once in a while. Look in the Bible. If you read the Bible, he's coming back, and I can't wait because I'm sick and tired of being in this sinful place. People killing one another because they believe in something, because this person believes in something that they don't believe in. A little white boy gets shot for no reason. People killing each other, robbing from one another, raping from one another. Jesus isn't like that. He is coming back. You sinners need to wake up and realize what is going on in the world around you. He is coming back, and when he does come back, me and my brothers and sisters, we're going to go to a place called heaven. While you're in hell, burning. Because you would rather do that drug. You would rather drink that alcohol. You would rather grab that gun and go shoot somebody. You would rather go rob somebody. You would rather rape somebody than believe in Jesus, than love Jesus, than live by the word. It's hard being a Christian. The devil attacks me every single day, but every day he attacks me, I become stronger in my faith because I am a child of God. He loves each and every one of you. I might not be wearing the right shirt, but that's all right. And he might say, Aaron, why are you wearing this shirt? Why are you wearing a Rick and Morty shirt? Because I can. I can talk about God in anything I want. I can take my shirt off and talk about God if I want to. I can talk about God butt naked if I wanted to. As I'm talking about God, I'm talking about God. And you need to wake up and realize that the world's coming to an end and that God's coming back. And when he does come back, people who don't believe, who say, God, I worship, they say Christians, you know what gets me mad? They say we worship a dead God. Christians worship a dead God. No, my God's not dead. I serve an alive God. I serve a God that is alive and that is coming back soon. So my brothers and sisters, get prepared, because our Father is coming back soon, because he told me when I was in heaven, he said, prepare your brothers and sisters, be prepared, because I am coming soon. And he kissed me on my cheek and he said he loved me, and I went back into my body. And I remember those words, tell your brothers and sisters that I'm coming back soon. Tell them all I'm coming back. Jesus loves all of you. Just remember that.